What if we could live without sleep? Imagine a world where sleep is obsolete, where exhaustion is a foreign feeling and bedtime stories are a thing of the past, a reality where humans never need to close their eyes. Now, before we dive into this zany idea, let's establish one thing. This isn't some fantastical land where unicorns prance through perpetual daylight. This is a serious exploration of what would happen if we could truly live without sleep. So buckle up and prepare to have your mind expanded. We will first start with the science of it all. Would our bodies naturally adapt to such a drastic change, or would it require technological intervention to render sleep unnecessary? There are two primary theories here. One suggests that our bodies, given enough time, could evolve to survive on minimal rest. After all, there are animals like the nematode Caenorhabditis elegans that can live for decades in a state of suspended animation, entering a sort of cryptobiosis. On the other hand, sleep researchers believe that sleep may be a hardwired, non-negotiable aspect of human biology. According to this perspective, evolution has determined that sleep is an essential function, just like breathing or digestion. But if we were to eliminate sleep from our lives, would our brains somehow compensate, allowing us to function indefinitely without rest? Perhaps. The question is, at what cost? But let's imagine that we do somehow adapt or evolve to live without sleep. How would our daily lives change? With sleep being a third of our current 24-hour cycle, removing it gives us approximately 68 hours of extra time each week. Humanity collectively would gain millions of hours every year. What would we do with all this newfound time? The obvious answer would be work. In a world without sleep, it's easy to imagine a society that operates around the clock. Offices would buzz with activity around the clock. The sun wouldn't dictate working hours anymore. You could work when you feel productive and take breaks when you feel like resting. In theory, this could lead to unprecedented levels of productivity. However, there's a darker side to this coin. What happens when you don't sleep and work becomes the only focus of your life? Burnout takes on a whole new meaning. Without sleep as a natural pressure valve, the stress of non-stop work could lead to physical and mental breakdowns. Is this hyper-efficient world really worth the cost? The concept of day and night might become obsolete in a world without sleep. Time would be measured differently. Biological clocks that now regulate sleep cycles could cease to exist. The sun's position could dictate activity. But wouldn't that just shift our collective body clocks back to a 24-hour cycle? Our internal biological rhythms, which currently sync with the Earth's rotation, might need to adapt. This could mean changes in metabolism, hormone release, and even body temperature, all previously governed by the functions of day and night. So while the idea of endless sunlight might sound appealing at first, the implications for our bodies are far from simple. But what about entertainment and leisure in a sleepless world? Without sleep, the world's entertainment industry would need to undergo a radical transformation. But let's take a different approach. What if we could remove the need for sleep without altering our circadian rhythms? Imagine a world where sleep is unnecessary, but the sun still rises and sets, where day and night remain constant. This scenario opens up a whole new set of possibilities. We could use this extra time to pursue hobbies, spend more time with loved ones, or learn new skills. Education could become more comprehensive. Workers could enjoy extended vacations. It's a utopian dream, isn't it? But is it really that simple? In this hypothetical scenario, the absence of sleep could profoundly impact our mental health. Studies show that sleep plays a vital role in processing emotions and experiences. Without sleep, our ability to handle stress could diminish. Emotions might become more raw and harder to manage. Moreover, dreams, which are largely associated with the processing of emotions, might cease to exist. If so, how would our subconscious minds cope? Would we find alternative means to express and process our innermost thoughts and feelings? Or would there be a buildup of unexpressed emotions leading to potential psychological distress? The relationship between sleep and our mental well-being is complex and not fully understood. It's possible that eliminating sleep could have unintended consequences that we aren't yet equipped to understand. One of the most intriguing aspects of sleep is its connection to our creativity. Many artists, scientists, and thinkers throughout history have credited their dreams or moments of wakefulness during the night for their most innovative ideas. The surreal nature of dreams allows the mind to make unusual connections that often lead to creative breakthroughs. Imagine a world without sleep. How would this impact our creative processes? Would we find new ways to stimulate our imaginations, or would we lose something essential to our creative spark? In a world without sleep, the very nature of creativity could be altered. So far, we've explored the potential consequences of living without sleep, but let's take a more personal approach. What would you do with all the extra time? How would your life change? For some, it might mean more time for work, leading to greater career achievements. For others, it could mean spending more time with family and friends, creating stronger bonds. Some might dedicate their newfound time to learning new skills or pursuing hobbies, leading to a more well-rounded life. Whatever your choice, it's clear that the absence of sleep would dramatically change every aspect of our lives. It's important to note that while we discuss these hypotheticals, sleep is an essential part of human existence for a reason. It's not just about feeling rested. Sleep plays a vital role in memory consolidation, hormonal regulation, and overall health. Prolonged periods without sleep can have detrimental effects on both physical and mental well-being. Now let's step back and consider the bigger picture. If everyone on Earth could live without sleep, how would our world be different? Global economies would likely see a surge in productivity, potentially leading to unprecedented growth. Scientific and technological advancements could accelerate at a faster pace than ever before. However, the social and personal costs of such a world could be significant. Our relationships, our creativity, and our very sense of self might suffer in a world devoid of sleep. In conclusion, a world where we could live without sleep is a fascinating concept to ponder. It challenges us to think beyond our current limitations and consider the boundaries of human existence. Whether it's through technological advancements or natural evolution, the idea of living without sleep is a tantalizing possibility. However, it's crucial to remember that sleep is an integral part of the human experience for a reason. It's not just about feeling refreshed. Sleep is essential for our physical and mental well-being. While the idea of endless productivity and a world that operates at full capacity all the time might seem appealing, the potential consequences for our health, creativity, and relationships are significant. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to live in a world without sleep is a complex one. It requires us to weigh the potential benefits against the very real possibility of losing an essential part of what makes us human. And hey, if you found this video interesting, why not check out this other video where we explore another fascinating topic? Click here to watch another video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, keep thinking outside the box.